What's happening, man? Welcome back to another episode of Lunchin with Don and Lon, man. I'm your host, Don, and what we bring here lunch table conversations, but we lace them with a little bit of facts. This my dog, Lonnie Cabal. What it do, champ?
Doing good, man. I'm doing good. God is great, and I'm ready to have a great show.
You feel me? Brought us back for another episode, man.
Absolutely.
Allowing us to be here, allowing us to make it through another Super Bowl Sunday, man. How was your Super Bowl Sunday?
It was great.
Other than the game,
There
yeah,
you
not
go.
related to the
There you
game.
go. There you go. Thank you for
Yeah,
asking, brother.
yeah.
Besides
So,
the game, it was excellent. Had a good
mm-hmm.
spread. My lady friend came
Okay,
through, ate good, ate
okay.
like a big dog. Ate like a
Woo!
big dog. I was nice and
Did you
comfortable.
get some wings?
Had some wings.
You said your mom Deuce was
Yeah,
cooking, right?
Mom Dukes, she threw down. She was gonna fry the turkey, but she like roasted it and injected it
Oh,
like it was like a
man,
young turkey, like a Thanksgiving. Like I said, my mom from the South, man. When she get to cooking, man, she get to cooking. You know
man,
what I'm saying? So she made
man.
some. She called them sticky wings because she about to start
Uh,
her food business. Shout out to Mama Lisa Cuisine. She about to start her food business.
yeah, Mama Lisa Cuisine,
Mama
y'all
Lisa,
tap in.
tap in. She made some like sticky wings, kind of like it's not a mumbo sauce, it's not that, but it's in that family, if it makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Like some sweet savory wings, a little spice on there. But yeah, food was good, grains, all that. Food was good,
Oh,
good peoples. And that Rotel dip
good
was banging.
vibes.
Oh my God. I'm gonna get some more when I leave off of here.
Ooh,
I ain't gonna hold you. But
ooh, I've been running it back
oh
on the
yeah, on that
rotel.
Rotel. I'm a Rotel big dog, Slim. I ain't gonna hold you. If you wondering what a Rotel win, I probably know what happened. Uh, but
Good dog.
all in all, it was great, man. Great company, um, great food.
Mine was good too, man. I went to a little birthday party. I had a friend and her best friend had a birthday party. So went there from like 1 to 5. Really it was like 1. I was there from like 1 to 6. You know what I'm saying? And then was doing what we was doing there, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Spirits and all that kind of stuff, dog. And
Spirit.
then after that, we went to the Super Bowl party. So it was a long day for your boy. You know what I'm saying? It was a real long day, but it was good. I enjoyed it. I had fun, enjoyed myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't eat nothing crazy, which is wild. I
Hmm.
ain't eat like outlandishly, you know what I mean? But I guess that wasn't it was a good thing, but I made it through. We here, you know what I'm saying? A
Hmm.
couple of liquid IVs later, and we back in action. So yeah, we're gonna rock and roll, man. Give us the word of the day, Lonnie.
Yes, sir.
Cabal.
My pleasure, man. The word of the day is vestige. Vestige meaning a
Okay.
trace of something lost or vanished. Vanished.
Okay.
Here's some examples.
Yeah.
There was a vestige of chief feathers on the field last night because the Chiefs got blown out. I mean, where did they go? I feel as though they didn't even pop up. There was a vestige of chief feathers um, all over the field. I didn't hear, I heard the beginning of the game, but I didn't hear it at the end. Um, Another
Man.
example. Yeah, man. There was a small vestige of Rotel left. Yeah, and guess who was your
Oh,
boy? Guess who was the main culprit? It was me. Yeah, what you gonna do about it? Yeah, the Rotel.
feeling
Yeah,
to
I put
get
some to the
fluid
side.
about the
Yeah,
rotel.
what you gonna do? Yeah, like Debo said, what
Feeling
Rotel? Yeah, man. So I'm a vestige of Rotel, but
ah,
everybody was all right though. They know Lon. They know what's up with that Rotel and Lon. They know what's up with
yeah, they
me.
gonna let you get to it.
But yes, vestige is the word of the day. Try to use that word 3 times today to enhance your vocabulary.
Three of them things, man. I appreciate that,
Hmm.
man. I really appreciate that. And again, make sure you send us videos, clips, tag us in anything, man. If you using the word of the day, we might do something a little
Yeah.
special for you. So moving on, man. Like we talked about a little bit, hinted towards. Well, first of all,
Hmm.
before we even get to that, man, happy National. This is really National Cowboys Day. We really gonna call the day after the Super Bowl
Okay.
National Cowboys Day.
Right.
We didn't plan this at all. Actually, let me get
You're
right,
right. You're
man.
right.
Let me get right on y'all, man. Get right on y'all, man. Come on, man. Y'all know what it is. Happy National Dallas Cowboys Day, man. You know what I'm saying? Where all the Dallas Cowboys fans, to let y'all know that 2020, 2026, or I guess it's 2020, 2025, we coming for the Super Bowl. You know what I'm
And that's how
saying?
we going.
Let y'all know 2025 is our year. We coming for the Super Bowl. We're gonna get Myles Garrett and we're gonna get a couple more pieces, a couple receivers, a couple linebackers and stuff like that. And we coming back for the Super Bowl. So we didn't plan this,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was just happens. And no, this is not a CD Lamb jersey. This is a Dez
Mm,
Bryant
talk
jersey.
to him.
Just so everybody just because everybody want to know. You know what I'm saying? It is OG Dez Bryant. Yes, he caught the
Yes, he
ball
did.
against the
Packets
Packers, and we should have, man. He caught the ball.
robbed
We
us.
all know it. So
Robbed us of an
they robbed
NFC
us.
championship.
Yeah, absolutely. They robbed us, but it's okay. We coming back for it this year. This year, our year.
And
So,
guess what? Before you
with
continue, brother,
that being said, go ahead.
guess what? I just
Yeah,
want to put a little something on there. And then guess what?
absolutely.
Technically, we're undefeated. We ain't lost this year. Hello.
Ah,
Back to you, Don. Undefeated, baby.
straight up, straight up. So yeah. That being said, man, that was a big game, the biggest game last night. The Super Bowl, Chiefs and the Eagles.
Mm.
Woo,
Wow.
woo. You Chiefs fans, man, I know it's a rough morning for you
Mm,
guys.
mm,
I
mm.
know, I understand. You know what I'm saying? It was tough last night, but you guys have had a lot of success. So today, it's a little bit of a different feeling, but we all understand. We got sympathy for you if you had to take off of work. I understand. Chill at the house, relax, get you some Rotel, get you some wings. You know what I'm saying? And just ease up until next season. Okay, you still got your quarterback. Travis Kelsey probably gonna retire, but who knows? But you still got your quarterback. So yeah, it was ugly, man. It was ugly. At halftime, it was 24-0.
Mm.
All right, halftime was 24-0. The Chiefs had one first down in the whole first half, right? Patrick Mahomes sacked 6 times. He went 21 for 32, 257 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. The 3 touchdowns were really like garbage time touchdowns. He led them in rushing, 4 rushes for 25 yards. As a whole, the Chiefs had 11 rushes for 49 yards. All right. Xavier Worthy snapped, but a lot of his stuff was done in garbage time. He had 8 receptions, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns. All right, but he's gonna be building that young boy. Gonna be good. He's gonna build
He
on
gonna be
that
fine.
the next like that to next year. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be solid. Jalen Hurts did what he was supposed to do. 17 for 22, 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. All right. He led them in rushing. He had 11 rushes for 72 yards and a touchdown. Saquon Barkley had a modest night. 25 carries for 57 yards. All right. Devontae Smith, 4 receptions, 69 yards and a touchdown. AJ Brown, 3 receptions, 43 yards and a touchdown. All right. So man, it was just ass kicking, man.
Yeah,
We're just gonna be real about
it's
it.
a
The
little
Eagles
bit.
just the Eagles just bust their ass, man. That's just the reality of the situation. So what do you think played the biggest factor in the
Mm.
results from yesterday?
Well, first and foremost, I'm just gonna ask you, Don. Do you still
Yeah,
have our score predictions around?
absolutely.
Let's
Absolutely I
let's
do.
let's
Give me a
let's because
second.
as I was watching the game, I knew I had the Chiefs winning, but I
Yeah.
want to hear
So
how crazy I sounded before this Super Bowl.
yeah, so you had the Chiefs 31-29. I had the Eagles 28-24.
31
Yeah.
29. What was I thinking? Uh, um, again, and I'm gonna tell you, the reason why I had the Chiefs to win because I thought they were going to beat them somehow mentally with a little bit
For
of with
sure.
a little bit of home cooking by the refs, right?
Okay.
In the back of my mind, first of all, I knew you were right. I had to felt like, man, I mean, logically, Eagles were the better team. Just
Mhm.
uh, defense, offense, they just dominated definitely on defense. Um,
Mhm.
I can't really say. I think some of the players on the Chiefs team was a little shook because it was such a big
Mm.
stage. Like I seen
Mhm.
DeAndre Hopkins drop that wide open pass when they needed it. DeAndre, you've been in the league longer than half of the squad, half of the team, bro. But I get it. You've never been at that type of moment. I don't think you've ever seen an
Yeah.
NFC championship or a conference championship because you're an AFC guy, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. So, I think the stage played a little bit of part. And the Eagles were very intimidating, man. It was very
Mm-hmm.
intimidating. That's an intimidating team, man. They had an intimidating fan base. I ain't scared of them, but they got
Yeah.
an intimidating fan base. So I just feel as though that the Eagles came and did what they were supposed to do. I think it got a little shaky in the front and in the beginning. The flag started flying and like, oh snap,
Mm-hmm.
so it's time to get serious. But once this is why defense wins championships, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm a defensive guy. I like
Mm-hmm.
offense a little bit. I like offense too, but I'm a defensive guy. This is why
Mm-hmm.
defense wins championship, guys. Once the Eagles got off the field, because they were going back and forth, I think Jalen Hurts threw that pick. We kind of said, oh, here we go. But once that defense punched them in the mouth,
Mm-hmm.
once that D line, because it was nothing the Chiefs offensive line could do. It was you called it. It was nothing they could do. It was nothing they could do. And Patrick,
Yeah.
it made Patrick Mahomes like a little baby out there, man. Got wide eyed. He looked like Dak. Well, not we gonna disrespect my dog Dak Prescott. I'm talking about his eyes though. When he know
Yeah,
it
for
ain't nothing,
sure.
it ain't nothing, it
We
ain't nothing
know
you can do.
as Cowboy fans, we know when Dak get that look,
You get that look. Oh, it's
rack it
over.
up.
It's over.
Rack it up. We cooked.
You're cooked. You're cooked. And you got souffle barbecued on the national stage. So, granted, Tulane is playing. The Eagles defense was just intense. It was some dogs. They knew that. They said,
Yeah.
"Man, it's nothing you could do with us. It's nothing you could do with us." And they had they way make yo. I've never seen Patrick Mahomes look like that. I don't think in the first half they
Yeah.
made it past the 50-yard line.
Nah,
So,
you right.
so again, what they did with the Eagles, the offense was like okay, because they were kind of. I think the whole Mahomes effect, it kind of had them a little mentally in
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, mentally locked. But Vic Fangio, that name again, Vic Fangio had them dogs prepared. And I feel as though when the defense started really dominating the offense, said, all right, man, come on, everybody shake, but let's win this game. Because
Yeah.
I mean, the Chiefs defense, they're not no pushovers, but the Eagles, they got a little bit like a little notch above them. So they probably like, all right, man,
Yeah, for sure.
let's lock
Absolutely.
in, bro. Then AJ Brown start going crazy. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith, Jawan Dotson. He was just a
Yeah.
commander. And now he has a
He was
ring.
with the
I
commander.
know they sick.
Yeah.
I know the Giants sick.
Sick.
We all first of
Giant
all,
sick.
we're all sick. Okay.
Absolutely.
Giants,
NFC East,
the
we
whole
sick,
NFC
boy.
East, Giants, Commanders, Cowboys. Because it's somebody from all three of our lineages that left us and went and got a ring. For us, Kellen Moore. Even though I think he had a loaded team, you know what I'm saying? But he's still a champion.
Yeah.
Context is everything.
Still call the game.
Still won. Uh Saquon Barkley. That didn't even have to be explained.
Yeah. Eagles, y'all tripping. Y'all just the big
Yeah,
y'all the biggest
y'all,
DPS in the
y'all
NFL
the
for
biggest
real.
goofies. They just send them to your division
For
for
real.
what?
For real.
Stupid. And
For
then
real.
Jawan Dotson came out of nowhere making plays. You know what I'm saying? He just was a commander. So all in all, man, the Eagles played lights out. I have to give credit when it's due. I didn't think it was going to
Mm-hmm.
get that ugly, obviously, by my score prediction. And yeah. What you think, Dom?
Yeah, man. I think, like you said, I think it came down to like we talked about last week, came down to the trenches, dog. It came down to the trenches. At the end of the day, it came down to the trenches because one, the Eagles D line was getting after the Chiefs O line. And and I talked about it last week. Like when you put a guard and put him out at tackle
You called it.
and ask him to block one of the best or some of the best athletes, if not the best athletes on the field in the Super Bowl, it's gonna be tough. Because the other team knows you play guard. You used to playing guard. Other team knows you ain't used to playing in that space, right? And you got guys that play tackle their whole career and still have a tough time. So now you take a guard and you move him out there, so now he gets less time to prepare. It's rough. And I saw a stat yesterday today that was like the Eagles defense didn't blitz this man. They didn't blitz at all. And they had 6 sacks. They had 6 sacks, dog. And without blitzing Patrick Mahomes. And so at the end of the day, that the D line of the Eagles controlled the game. And I texted you yesterday
Yeah.
when I saw Brandon Graham was
Yep. I
playing.
sure did.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Because Brandon Graham is a dog.
Yeah.
He is a dog. And he's one of the dogs. And he's one of the leaders in that locker room. So, like, when you get a dude like that back, that gives everybody else some more energy,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you got a guy that's been there before. And so you got a calming voice when things go crazy, even though things really didn't go crazy yesterday. But you got a calming voice if that happens. And so then, which I think is the biggest mistake by and the biggest chink in the armor of the Andy Reids of the world, right, is they just stopped trying to run the football. They ran the ball 11 times, and that includes 4 rushes from Patrick Mahomes, which I'm sure weren't called runs, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so that's 7 total called runs by everybody else beside Patrick Mahomes, bro. And you can't win like that. Like we know it's run the ball
Mm-hmm.
and defense. That's how you get to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you win. And the Eagles brought that into the game.
Mm-hmm.
They ran the ball, and they ran the Saquon Barkley had 25 carries, bro. And so like they didn't, and it wasn't like he did nothing crazy. He had probably averaged like a little bit over 2 yards a carry, but they still continued, right, to beat on that door, even though they never broke through in the run game. They continued to beat down that door. And then the next iteration of that was, could Jalen Hurts throw the ball enough to win the football game? And he showed that he could. He showed that he could. They put a whole bunch of guys in the box, 8 guys in the box, and said, "Hey, Jalen Hurts, you're gonna have to beat us with your arm." And he said, "All right, bet." Hey, Vontae, I know you down there somewhere. Hey, AJ, I know you down there somewhere. Hey, Dawson, I know you ain't really done too much lately, but let's get you involved in the action. You know what I'm saying? And even to Saquon. Saquon had a big catch, the juggle joint on his back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he stepped up, man. Jalen Hurts stepped up for the
Yes.
team, and we talked about it last week. If the Eagles had explosive plays in the passing game, the Chiefs was gonna lose. And they had right now, I'm looking, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 explosive pass plays. Devontae Smith had a 46-yarder. A.J. Brown had a 22-yarder. Jahad Dotson had a 27-yarder. Saquon Barkley had a 22-yarder. Dallas Goedert had a 20-yarder. They had at least 5 explosive plays in the pass game for a team that is the best running team in the NFL. You ain't gonna win like that if you're the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
And you giving up sacks and Patrick Mahomes getting hit every type of way and upside his head and
Man,
like
he
you said,
was getting
dog,
beat.
bro, like you said, we ain't seen Patrick Mahomes look this bad. We ain't seen Patrick Mahomes look this bad. So I think all of those, all that combined was a tough day for the Chiefs. And hopefully Travis Kelce don't retire on this one. He might, but hopefully he don't go out this way. Patrick Mahomes still has a whole bunch of great years
Yeah.
left, but best believe you're gonna see a high dollar free agent left tackle coming in that building next year,
Mm-hmm. They're gonna
or you're gonna
draft
see
one.
them move up in the draft, yeah, to get the first tackle in the draft. If they don't, hey,
They
if I'm
do.
Patrick Mahomes, I'm looking at these niggas like, bruh, what we
I'm about
doing?
to say because he can't go nowhere.
Mm-mm. You locked in. But what we doing? I need somebody over here. Like that pick he threw, I think the second one he threw to Braun, like his tackle gets bull rush. Boom, just straight bull rush. And Patrick's trying to throw the ball and it's getting hit from the side. Now, should he have thrown the ball
Mm-hmm.
anyway? We can debate that. But he got hit from the side and threw it, and he threw a pick. So he just never got comfortable in that game, man. They never allowed him, the Eagles defense never allowed him to get comfortable. And when you do that, you end up getting dubs. And so, man,
And
it was
I just
tough.
want to say something. And
For
this will be
sure.
very controversial to everybody, maybe even you, Don.
That's what we want.
If that was Dak Prescott last night, he'd be getting crucified.
Hey, there go my dog. There go my
Hey,
dog, Cowboy of the Year.
if that was that, he'd be getting crucified.
That's a
People
fact.
and this is my thing, right? This is how people be deriding Dak so much. And I ain't gonna lie, the joke was funny. Patrick Prescott, that was a little fun. But I'm like, why
Ugh,
are y'all talking about Dak? And it's
ugh.
the Super Bowl. Like, y'all act like Dak is the only one that throw picks. You see what happens when you don't have a run game, ladies and gentlemen? You see what happens when the line isn't doing their job? I'm not saying Dak is the best QB ever. No. Top 10, maybe
No.
number 10. But when you ain't got your weapons straight, when there's nothing you can do, you're out there wide eyed. It's like, whoa,
Mhm.
what can I do? Now, granted, Patrick's a little more younger than Dak. He probably's a little more
Mhm.
fluid on his legs than Dak, but still, he was
Mhm.
getting. It was one hit. I forgot when he tried to throw the ball. I heard like he got smacked. I said, "Oh, is he all right?" Like I think they showed one
That
play.
baby out the street.
Yeah. Like it was one play, I think Patrick head bounced off the turf. Like, like he was getting beat up out there. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
franchise quarterback, dog. So,
Yeah.
Chiefs Nation.
Sweat.
Oh
Ugh.
my God. All I saw was 98, 19. I'm like, yo, that D line is just out there just having their way. I was out there. I only got me a sack running with the boys.
Bro, Sweat had 2.5 sacks and 2 tackles for loss, bro. All I saw the whole game was dude in the camera, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, that's all I
I
saw.
said, hey, Sweat out there, get to it.
That's all I saw.
Sweat out there, get to it. And then Milton Williams, who you haven't heard a whole bunch from throughout the season, had 2 sacks last night. Like, they were just getting after him, bro. They was just getting they was like, look, but coming from and we talked about this early in the
Hmm.
season, coming from an O lineman's perspective, dog, when you don't have the threat of a run game
Yeah. Hmm.
as an offense, as a like calling plays, from an O lineman's perspective, that's the worst thing that could ever happen because now D linemen up on their hands,
Yep.
just all they got to do is get off the ball. And as an O lineman, your worst or the biggest thing that scares you the most is speed. And so now, when you say, "Oh, they finna drop back and throw the ball the rest of the game," quarterback gonna be at 8-10 yards, right? After he take his 3 steps and
Mm.
he take his hit. Oh, all I got to do is get to that spot and bro, as an O lineman, like yeah, it sound good to say, man, just stop him and O
Yeah, it
line, y'all
sound
got to do
good.
better. But there's no threat of the run,
Hmm.
and so now you got these dudes that's not even playing the run, and so now they just getting off the ball, getting to the quarterback. And as an O lineman, dog, like that's tough. That's
And
tough. And so as a play caller, Andy Reid didn't do a good job last night of putting
mm,
his O line in a situation to where they had favorable matchups, to where the D line of the Eagles was thinking like, okay, this might be a run, or this might be. It was
all pass.
all pass the whole night,
And them boys had
all
their
pass the whole night.
them, bo-
And you can't,
them
man,
boys had their
you can't
ears
win that way
them
as O
boys had
line.
their ears picked back. Like you said, bro. Like D line, oh, they dropping. See, this the thing. I play a lot of D lineman growing up, but not in my later years. But something about the D line, bro. When you like you said, when you know they're going to pass, it's like two things. One, I know the offensive line gonna be lean because they know they pass block and they, you know what I'm saying? We about to come full speed. Two, everybody trying to get that sack. Who don't want a sack? So like they're already geeked up. And I'm gonna tell
Party
you,
at the quarterback.
and I'm gonna tell you something, brother. Andy Reid, you know who he looked like as a coach out there last night?
Oh Lord,
Like
oh, here you
McCarthy.
go, here you go,
That was a Mike
here
that was
you
a that
go.
was a Mike McCarthy game. He was in
Nah, man,
he
show
was he was in he was in shotgun how many damn near the whole game, right?
throwing the ball 50 times
Come
and
on, man.
expecting our O line to hold up and like, oh,
Exactly.
hold on, so sorry, nigga,
No,
nah.
that the O-line ain't
Y'all,
sorry.
we should make this throwing the ball 50 times a game. Like, what we supposed to do? What we supposed to do, bro? Coach, what are we supposed to do? These dudes know it's
Yeah.
gonna be a pass. They know it's gonna be a pass. They know what the play is gonna be.
Hmm.
I don't care about the cup. They know the play.
Yeah.
So like, what do you want us to do, coach? What do you want us to do, man? So like, and you could tell like this is it's a pain point for your boy
Hmm.
because I've been in it. I've
Mm.
lived in it. Where I'm like,
Mm.
yo, coach, what are we talking about? We don't even have the threat to run the ball, and so now you're expecting us to just drop to pass block 3 times out of 4 downs, 3 straight when they know it's going to be a pass. And so all they got to do is be right 1 out of them 3 times, and they all man. Go ahead. So
That was hell.
I think Andy Reid and the coaching staff didn't do a good job of making adjustments and figuring out a game plan in response to the Eagles' game plan. So that's where Andy Reid. I mean, I know they're gonna take a long,
Yeah.
hard look
Long
at
off
this
season.
film,
Long
and
off
then
season.
yeah, it's gonna be a long off season for them, and they're gonna get what they can, learn from it, and they're gonna come back better. I have no second thought about that in my mind as far as like they're gonna come back better. So,
And we played them, next year, this year too. So be on the lookout
oh
for that.
shit.
Hey, man,
Okay.
listen.
Yeah, come on,
Bring them
Miles
on.
Garrett.
I'm about to say, bring them on. Hey, listen, man, look, we done seen the chinks. I ain't saying they ain't come back to be competitive, but we done seen the chinks in their armor. They can be
Yeah,
beat bad. So come on to
yeah.
Dallas with all that. Come on.
Hey, Miles Garrett, we need
Come
you.
on,
You
Miles.
get you
Please,
and Micah.
Miles.
You and Micah getting after the quarterback. You and Micah. Come
Come on,
on, getting
dog.
after Patrick Mahomes. We got to look. And Jerry, I need you to understand, okay?
Talk to him,
You
Don.
now have a Super Bowl winning quarterback in your division, okay? And you also have the rookie of the year quarterback
Mm,
in your division. And so, if you want to be successful, if we want to be successful, family, we're going to have to find more than just one dude
mm-hmm.
to get after said quarterbacks.
Not being cheap.
And we're going to have interior D linemen to stop the best running back in the NFL, who is also a Super Bowl champion. And
Mm,
we're going to need some more O linemen to help protect our quarterback against one of the best defensive front sevens in the NFL, if not the best defensive front seven
mm,
in the NFL. So, Jerry, this offseason, family, like I know you taking your vacation with the
mm-hmm.
fam, and I know you doing all of that and marketing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. But spend some more time on football, please. We need you, right? We need you to come on through. Or just go ahead and step out the way and let somebody else do it.
There you go. Because
Okay?
I'm gonna be honest,
Please and thank
this
you.
is the most humbling football Cowboy season I've ever had. Like, and I'm 31 years old. Like, just see, not even just losing. We've had those before, right? Especially,
Yeah,
especially
man.
when we were kids. We've seen them.
Yeah.
But seeing your division rivals just improve, they compete in the NFC Championship. Never seen that. And then seeing like your division rival the same year you down, bro, get a Super Bowl, bro. And like you could have had Derrick Henry. You probably could have had Saquon. You could have had these guys. But you want to do it your way because you think you're smarter than everybody. Now, granted, Jerry, you ain't dumb. You don't get to where you're at in life to
No.
be dumb. You got three
No.
rings. You weren't dumb.
Yeah.
But but you're too arrogant, you're too full of yourself to look at your way to see what am I doing wrong. Things are passing by you. And that's just ego, that's arrogant, and that's stubborn. But you're gonna feel it
Yeah.
this offseason, big dog. Oh, we gonna make sure you feel this one. Oh yeah. And I
Yeah.
know you, and I know, and you've been getting cooked. I've been watching you, old man, all year. Just be embarrassed at home. They just put the camera right on your face. You're upset when you went to Philly. They had you in the press box. They banging on the window. They don't care if you a billionaire. They banging on
Don't
the window.
care.
Yeah, Jerry, yeah. That's gotta make you feel some type of way. But two
Yeah.
things, and we're gonna go to the next subject.
You good.
Although I, I don't know how to feel about free agency. Like I don't know. They talking like they talking different, but they got to show me. I hope they make some moves. But one thing I will say is this coach is going to be different. Brian Schottenham, Coach Shoddy has built a great staff. Offensive lineman coaches is from Arizona. That's his offensive coordinator. Third behind Philly and Baltimore last year in rushing, who made James Conner a star. And we don't even know who those offensive linemen is on the Cardinals, and they was moving. So that's pretty good. My old lineman gonna be straight. Definitely gonna run this ball. And we just hired K State's offensive lineman coach. So we get some young guys in there. The coaching staff is good, guys. That's one thing. That's the only thing that's helped me looking up. I know they're going to be coached properly. As far as bringing them big names in there, I don't know because that's on Jerry. So they're going to be coached. They're
100%.
going to be coached well. So that's what's keeping me afloat. Two, hey Micah, I know you like to talk. I know you like to vlog. I need you to chill, man. I need you to chill. I saw you out there in New Orleans. I'm not saying you've been drinking. It looked like you was having a good time, but you're out there with Ocho Cinco and Jaden Daniels. I mean, he's good. This thing's starting to be disgusting because he plays for an op. Okay, but you're out there with those two. You're bouncing around talking about yeah, and Mike is a little awkward. Shout out to Big Paws, you know what I'm saying? But Mike is a little awkward when it comes to speaking. And he's bouncing around and he's saying, yeah, just know the Cowboys gonna win the NFC next year. Know that what you say, bro, you're a big star. They're gonna use that against you. So I hope I hope you boys are locked in. I hope you just wasn't feeling good because you like to talk, Micah. I hope you just wasn't off
Absolutely.
that good. Because like it's you in New Orleans, it's popping, Super Bowl weekend.
He was wet. My nigga, like, he was wet.
He's
We
tripping.
know he was wet.
Like, dog, you just don't stop talking so much. Cause you between you and Jerry, oh my God. It's like y'all don't have to see y'all at the star, y'all getting paid. You're in the mix of it. Fans, we gotta bear what y'all do, bro. Just be quiet. Just enjoy.
Just
You
chill.
better win the NFC next year. That's all I gotta say, Michael. And I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah, just chill, man.
You better
Just
win
chill.
it. You better win it.
And what I just noticed something also about before we wrap the game, but we're gonna talk about who went out the saddest last night, and as a whole. Um, but one thing that people aren't really talking about that I just noticed is Chris Jones didn't have a tackle last night. Not a
Mm.
solo tackle, not a nothing. No tackles, no total tackles. He had a goose egg on the score sheet. No sacks, no nothing. And not everybody talking about that, but we talked about the week before. Like the Eagles O line is the best O line in the league. And last night they held a Super Bowl champion, one of the best D linemen, a Hall of Famer, to
Hall
no
of Fame.
tackles, no sacks, no nothing,
Two-time
no
champ,
nothing.
two-time champion, right?
Yeah. And so when people talk this football shit, make sure y'all put some respect on them O line
Yeah.
on them names.
Yeah, dog.
Y'all put some respect on them because they took them all the way to the Super Bowl and they won it and they protected their quarterback and they protected their running back. They running back rushed for the most yards in a single season in NFL history, and they got Super Bowl rings. So make sure y'all put some respect on them boys. Hey, Chris Jones, hey, you gonna bounce back, champ. But
Yeah.
last night, them boys up front got you locked up.
Yeah.
Boys up front got you locked up. All right, but to wrap this up, man, who went out saddest last night? All right, you got a couple of options here. You
Uh-huh.
got Patrick Mahomes, who threw 2 picks,
Uh-huh.
right? 1 pick 6 and was looking crazy, right? You got Taylor Swift, who got booed, right? Like super booed. Last night when they showed her on the camera.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You got Drizzy Drake, who really, really got it at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Not only because Kendrick was teasing the Not Like Us for having them play it, or I don't know if they didn't know if the Super Bowl or people was gonna let them play it, and then end up dropping it. Then you get the A minor.
Mm.
Then to put the icing on the cake, which I forgot about, right? You had Serena Williams up there, crip walking. Now, not only is she from Compton, which I was like, okay, cool. Oh yeah, she from Compton. She
Mm-hmm.
do this, right? Not only is she from Compton and probably the best female athlete or one of the best athletes of our generation of all time,
Mm-hmm.
but she's Drake's ex-girlfriend.
Mm.
And people forget about that. She Drake's ex-girlfriend. And Kendrick Lamar brought her to the Super Bowl, had her crip walking
Crip walking.
to Not Like Us on the biggest stage
She was
in the world.
she was crip walking on your grave, dog.
Woo!
Damn, damn, damn,
So,
damn. Hey, Drake. That was the best part.
man,
Say Drake.
man. So, oh, your
Donnie liked it
opinion,
so.
your opinion, and we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna talk more about the halftime show later on. But your opinion, who went out the saddest last night? Could it be? It could be on the field or off the field.
Oh man. It's tough because you know where I'm at. Patrick Mahomes looked bad last night. He looked
He
bad. He
did.
looked bad.
He did.
But Drake
He did.
on a national stage, and then they put the game over. Patrick, you lucky you made it by just this much. I gotta say Drake. I gotta say Drake. Patrick, by this much, dog, because I ain't off you, dog. That was a bad game, man.
Y'all was 40 ball. They put a
40,
40
40
ball in
piece
y'all.
on your dome, dog. Don't let Drake
A
say it. You
40
still went
piece.
out bad.
And it was what? It was 34-6 in the third.
You even
Ugh,
get into play coverage.
ugh, ugh,
Look,
So
Pat, you ain't at the doghouse, dog. It's just in this section, Drake went out the worst.
mm, okay.
Who you think? Who you got?
Man, it's tough because and I'll throw the Chiefs O line in there.
Mhm.
Y'all gave up 6 sacks. You went
Yeah,
outside.
that's
Only
nasty.
way I will, the only reprieve I'm gonna give y'all is the game plan really wasn't conducive for y'all. That coach wasn't calling the runs, and so we probably gonna give it most of the times if that's gonna happen. And you're not gonna have no run calls from a coordinator perspective or a head coach perspective in this case. You're gonna give up a whole bunch of sacks. That's usually what's gonna happen, right? So I'll give y'all a reprieve. Patrick Mahomes, I'll give him one too because his O line didn't play that well, right? And so don't think the game plan was built for success at a certain point, right? At a certain point in the game, they might have came in and said, okay, we're gonna run the ball and we're gonna open up some things down the field and all that kind of stuff. So, but that didn't happen. So, but so for me, it's either Andy Reid, Taylor Swift, or Drake. And I'm gonna have to go trade Drake too, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just be honest.
yeah.
Yeah, Drake went out super sad because at the end of the day, everybody else can bounce back. The Chiefs can bounce back because they're gonna be better next year, right? Taylor Swift can bounce back because she's gonna compete, put out music. Like it was just like everybody loves her. You know what I'm saying? She's got booed in that moment because it was a whole bunch of Eagles fans and they real disrespectful. So, but Drake, I don't think you come back from this, family. Like, I know you about to put out an album Party Next Door, but I don't think you bounce back from this, my guy. You got the biggest song in the world this year has been performed on the biggest stage in the world
Mm.
this year. Next, the same guy that had the biggest song in the world this year and performed that at the Super Bowl on the biggest stage in the world is now going on an arena tour. I'm sorry, not an arena tour, a stadium tour where he's going and touring in NFL stadiums around the country. It's not like he's doing like basketball arenas or he's doing these little concert. He is doing NFL stadiums
Mm.
around the country going on tour. So the biggest song in the world is about to be heard by
Ah.
everybody. And all you're gonna do is continue to catch them clips. And then
Mm.
K Dot did the Super Bowl real black. It was real black up there. Like it wasn't it was
It was
real
real black.
black power during Black History Month.
Great.
And after he had talked about your blackness and questioned your blackness and when you want to decide to be black in the songs and during the whole uh 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 timeline. Like that was one of the things he was talking about the most. And to put the icing on the cake, okay? He had your ex
Mm.
girl, who is one of the best athletes of all time, male or female, who is from Compton,
Mm.
had her up there, crip walking to the song, the biggest song in the world this
Mhm.
year, on the biggest stage in the world.
Hey, check
Yeah,
this out.
bro.
What people don't realize, man, Kendrick comes from a blood neighborhood. So he had
Mm-hmm.
your ex, who's come from a Crip neighborhood, Crip
Mm-hmm.
walking. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if you know a lot about LA politics, but that is
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Had somebody from the other side, your ex, Crip walking on your musical grave. Nothing
Mm.
personal, you know what I'm saying?
Not personal.
But your
This is
music,
business.
but your musical grave, Crip walking.
Yeah. Yeah. And everybody's saying like Drake, I don't think you really talked a whole bunch in general, but like all the gangster shit you used to talk about, bro, that shit dead. That shit dead, bro. That shit dead. And I'm not no gangster dog by any
Evil.
means. But like all the gangster shit you used to talk about, bro, like ain't no gun, shouldn't be no gun bars, and no getting nobody touch
No
bars, and
black
no nothing like
gloves.
that. No, like, no nothing. It should be this album that's coming out with Party Next Door should be an R&B album.
Ladies music.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
need to get back to that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, Drake, you went outside, bro, and this was a bad stretch of time for you, family. I doubt you even watched the Super
I
Bowl,
doubt
and
it.
I respect you because you didn't. If you did or you didn't,
Hmm.
but yeah, you went outside, family, and so it just keeps going down for you. And Kendrick Lamar right now is really David in the David and Goliath story.
Mm.
He's literally cutting and continuing, he's killing an ant with a sledgehammer, bro. Like he took one slice and is now just continued to slice and there's no rebound. And like Drake hasn't even tried to like respond or come back at a certain point, and and Dot is still hitting it with the haymakers. Like he would have Drake hands down, just like bro. It's really just like sad at this point, bro. It's really just sad at this point. So Drake, you went out the saddest in the Super Bowl and you ain't even play, family. That's crazy.
Mm, mm,
That's
mm.
crazy. But it was a good Super Bowl, man. I still had a good day yesterday and enjoyed it like I always do. And we gonna definitely get to some more football talk as we go along. And obviously, it's going to keep being Cowboys because off season is going to be our off season. We're going to take advantage of it. We're going to make moves. We're going to do what we're supposed to do. But moving on to the best segment of the show, our Lunchbox Letter segment. And today, it was more of we got a DM about just a topic. It wasn't as much of a letter, right? It was just more of a topic that this particular person wanted us to talk, this particular lady wanted us to talk about. And so we're gonna talk about it, right? We don't duck no subjects on at the lunch table.
Mhm.
We duck no smoke. And so the subject for Lunchbox Letter today is relationships at work. And it get real. It because this has been a ever since jobs have been jobbing,
Mhm.
this has been a situation. Like, are relationships at work permissible? Are they okay? Right? Should they happen? How do they happen? Like, what's the best way to make them go the smoothest? Like, talk to me. What should relationships at work? What's your opinion on?
Oh, for me, a big hell no. Uh,
Mm,
do not mix business with pleasure on any
mm,
level, and that could just
okay.
be drinking on the job. Do not mix business with pleasure. I think that's a lot of people's downfall, especially as men, because it's always going to get nasty when you mix feelings
Mm,
with what you do to eat.
mm,
And then granted, I'm not out here to say, and shout out to lady who gave the lunchbox letter, vice versa. I'm not out here to say that fillers don't happen. I'm not here to say that they attractive people at your job. Listen,
yeah.
I'm not saying because that's real difficult because you got to see them every day,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
from I'm speaking from a man's perspective when she come in smelling that you know that good perfume you like. What I'm saying she come in there with them pearly whites. Say you was grumpy this morning, getting out of the bed, and she right there. Y'all
With
have a
them
little
dress
conversation.
pants
You know what I'm
on.
saying? Ooh, the dress pants. Don't let it be leggings day. Dress down Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Don't have
Ooh.
A Joy Reid looking, not
Joy Taylor.
personality. A Joy Taylor. Oh yes. Ugh.
Ooh.
Joy Taylor looking type up there. It's gonna be difficult.
Ooh.
So when I'm talking, I ain't talking about just somebody who's head in the clouds, like, oh, it's all about work. No, I
Yeah.
I know what it can lead up to, because feelings are real. Now, granted,
Mhm.
you might have a agreement as, hey man, to don't let everybody know. We're gonna do a little this on the side, and come here and focus on business. Yeah. In what world? First of all, if you work in an office setting or a closed setting or even warehouse or wherever, when you have a connection with somebody, people are going to know. Especially if
Mm.
y'all doing it
Mm.
consistently over and over. You don't, because you guys don't see what we see or the outside world
Mhm.
sees. They're seeing you, flirting a little bit. They see you, you know, if something happens to you or something happens to her, they get mad, checking on you. Hey, you okay? Like, damn, he be checking on her a lot, bro. Like, hey,
Mhm.
yo, like the little things you think people don't see, people see. And again, it's going to end in a train wreck. If you're not getting married, it's going to end in a train wreck. It's just very rarely do I say, "Oh, we just don't, we just gonna stop smashing." Like, no, it doesn't happen like that. especially, shout out to the ladies who are emotional. They they might say one thing sometimes, and fellas too, but I'm just saying as a man what I've experienced. They say one
Mm-hmm.
thing and then it turns into another. And then next thing you know, you got drama at your workplace, which is the worst.
Mm.
Now it's awkward. Now it's like the whole feeling's off. You don't even want to go to work because you got to see this person every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You've created something at your place of business, and it's like you can't escape it now unless you quit. And
Yeah.
don't be it. Don't let the other person be a fool with it. Oh man, they causing lose both of y'all job. I don't give a
Oh
fuck,
man.
nigga.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
she don't care. She don't care.
I don't care.
You care. She don't. So just to let us plain, I'm gonna give it to Don. My personal opinion.
Yeah.
It's a big no. You gotta fight
Yeah.
that lust, fight that urge, whatever, or just don't even speak to that person. You know what I'm saying? Keep it short and keep it moving. Because messing up your
Yeah.
livelihood as business is not worth a little bit of pleasure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, but I'm gonna attack it from a different situation. So, ladies, right? When you are, because a lot, I mean, because we're just gonna be real, a lot of relationships have started from people working together, right? A lot of people getting married because or marry people from their job and stuff like that, right? And so, if that's what you're looking to do, right? How you make it successful, this is the small case, because on a general in a general sense, bro, I'm with you. I'm not with it. I'm not with it. Don't do it, because she gonna be, especially as a, well, I give it from a male's perspective, from to women, right? Like you said, everybody's gonna see. You can't hide that. Like, you can't hide chemistry. You know what I'm saying? And so when something go on, like, are you okay? It's gonna be all y'all, she or he gonna be knocking on your door. Like, hey, you want to go to lunch? Hey,
Mhm.
you want some lunch? Right. So then now your business out there in the streets with everybody. You don't want that. You don't ever want that. You don't ever want your business out in the streets. You want to be able to control the narrative. Now you got other people talking, and now it's because at the end of the day, if we're gonna be real, like these office and these corporate situations, and regardless, not, you don't even have to be corporate, regardless of work, right? It's really like high school all over again. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's gossip, it's chatter, it's all of this, and so people are gonna be talking, right? And so you don't want that to do with or to interfere with, like you said, your livelihood, right? But if you meet somebody, ladies, if you meet a man at a job, right? Because like me, I was in, you know what I'm saying, worked in the corporate world for a little bit. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm a fly nigga, right? And so, of course, sometimes you meet those in the office. I'm gonna wear my little, you know what I'm saying, business casual every day. And so, of course, you're gonna be attracted to a nigga like me, right? But if that's the case, right? You want to be real delicate with it. You want to just be cool. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be nothing too obvious. Just be cool and on the job. Outside of the job, right? You might spend a little bit of time together, but you gotta play it slow. This can't be like a full throttle, hit the gas type situation. You gotta take it slow. So at the end of the day, by the time everybody else realizes or recognizes, then it's like we already been down this road, we locked in, and so now we getting married or we gonna be together, and so we don't care if y'all know. You know what I'm saying? And so, because if you floor it, right, if you all in right now, then everybody's gonna know, then it's gonna be a whole bunch of gossip and chatter and stuff like that. And also, ladies, you want to take your time and see, like, okay, how is he around this job, around the workplace, right? Is he like this with all the other girls here, right? Or all the other women here? Or is he just like this with me? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's gonna be more women in these environments than it is men. And so there's gonna be options for that man, especially if he's a man like that you are attracted to for the most part, right? There are gonna be other women in the office that are attracted to him as well. And so you're gonna want to see, what do they say about him, right? Well, how does he act towards them? Is he professional, or is he a little kid with it? Like, is he just happy that he's getting some attention from some females and he's gonna want to be involved with every situation that comes his way, right? So you got to make sure you're strategic about that, and then you got to keep your mouth shut. Like, you can't go tell. I don't care if it is your work best friend. Like you can't get gossipy, man. You can't get gossipy because that's how things end bad. Because now you done told your work best friend, she done told her work best friend. Now it's gotten around. Now you got women approaching him like, "Oh, I heard you and
Mhm.
and see now I don't even want to mess with you no more." You know what I'm saying? Because now like you done blow the whole spot up. So now it's awkward between me and whoever because I'm giving you a little attention, right? So now you got no, can't do it. So keep your mouth shut and be strategic, ladies. If you want us to be successful with this work relationship, right? You got to be strategic and you got to keep your mouth shut. Okay, you can't be chatty patty out here. You got to be chilling, right? You got to be chilling. So that's my take on that. What's up, man?
And so, and just with these situations, what's the end goal here?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why I think we both kind of spoke on it. If you're not getting married to this person, what is the, because when does it stop? Like, are we gonna be, is it gonna come to a time like, hey, we're just gonna stop. We're gonna stop doing this, doing that. That sounds great in a perfect world. The thing is like the more y'all do it, the more y'all get the more y'all be with each other. It's gonna build a bond. It's gonna be hard to break. It's
That's a
gonna be
fact.
hard to break. You ain't just gonna break it like you see on The Sims. You know, you can just
Yeah.
click that button, break up button. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how they be talking on that joint. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like the movies. Like, you know what? Let's just focus on our work.
Yeah.
Just forget it all. It don't work like that. And like you were
It don't
saying,
work.
bruh, you'd be surprised, bruh. People are nosy, man.
Oh man.
And
What?
people are watching your every action. You don't even know it. You got people that's hating. You got people that's
They
genuinely
want the new
nosy
T.
and people
They
that's
want the new.
jealous. Yeah.
You know, in all of these offices, it's a little group of little women, and there's sometimes a couple of men in there
Hmm.
that's real chatty patties, and
Yeah.
we don't rock with them. But
We'll
it's a
rock.
group of little women that's always like the little popular girls, and so they know all the tea, they know all the gossip, and they ready to get their hands on some new tea, right? So,
Hmm.
and it's usually hating that go on in there, and that's usually how the rumors get spread throughout the office, and yeah, you got to stay away from them.
Be in there. Oh, I just seen this too, bro. Don't be in there and we're gonna go for both sides. Because I think men
Mm-hmm.
and women are equal in this. The person that you like get to flirting with somebody else.
Woo!
And everybody see it. You know everybody look at,
Woo!
oh, you know, so
And now
so
everybody looking at you.
and yeah, they look at it.
Like they looking at her or them, they looking at the other person flirting and whatever, and then they
Mhm.
looking at
They're
you
looking at
like,
you, and you over there trying to play it off like it don't bother you. Boy, you boiling inside. Who you lying to? Man, ain't no, they can do what you want to do. I'm working.
man, you
I'm here
ain't
to
tripping.
work. I'm here to work.
Yeah,
I'm here for a check. I ain't here to make
in your
friends. Man,
feelings.
shut up.
In your feelings.
In your
In
feelings,
your
looking
feelings, man.
stupid. But yeah.
Yeah, man. But like you said, I think the end it could be a couple of situations, but you gotta know how to navigate it.
Mm,
But regardless, you gotta keep your mouth shut because if it's a situation to where you just trying to like y'all just trying to you know what I'm saying knock each other off, like that's fine. Like if that's the situation and you know what it is and they know what it is, okay,
mhm,
cool. But you still gotta hush. And that's still even a tough situation at work because most of the time the woman is gonna start catching feelings. And now when I show
mm,
some other girls attention
mm,
at work, now it's gonna be like, oh, okay, are you doing that with them too? Or
mhm,
like why you don't want to? And it's never from a it's a different from a male perspective and a female perspective. Right? Male perspective, we want to keep it to a minimum. Female perspective,
mm.
I know y'all know we keep it to a minimum. So we just gotta tell y'all how to be successful with it, man. So
And a woman you like a sabotage it. Go ahead though, bro. She will blow all of this up. If she
sabotage the whole check, man. Yeah, we not gonna eat. That's
Mm,
yeah, I would just leave that.
yeah.
I'm gonna leave that there right there, man. But shout out to the lady that sent us that, man. It definitely provoked some great conversation. Y'all make sure y'all tap in the comments. What do y'all think about
Mhm,
work relationships? Right? How should we? Are they cool? They not cool? Should we do them? Should we not do them? Or how we do them? You know what I'm saying? Hit us in the comments and tell us y'all thoughts on them. So that was Lunchbox Letters, man. We're gonna move on to Lunchin with Lon. And today the topic on Lunchin with Lon, man, is gonna be the Super Bowl halftime show.
that's fine.
The halftime show heard worldwide. So Lonnie Cabal, take it over, champ.
Man, like I said, my favorite part, we discussed earlier a little bit the whole Kendrick show, but
Uh-huh.
my favorite part is when that man Kendrick say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. They'll never go to cell block one. I said, woo! See,
And he had
granted,
everybody putting the ones up.
hey, like, look, granted, it's a lot of people hating on the halftime. That was the worst halftime show ever. No, it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
The worst?
No, it's not.
No, it
It
wasn't.
was not.
That's how I know you hate it. You said it's the
Mm-hmm.
worst. It's one thing to say you didn't like it. The worst?
Mm-hmm.
Knock it off. We've seen worse Super Bowl shows, and I see a pattern of people who are just saying it's the worst, like it was just horrible. Hmm. And you look at their profile, and you see a lot of their. Oh, you're a Drake supporter.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's some people in the middle that don't care for neither Drake or Kendrick. Just kind of in the middle, like, it was okay, or some was like, it was good, it was creative. But that show, it wasn't to just please everybody. I think everybody who watched it knew Kendrick had a mission, and he accomplished it. It wasn't about,
Mm.
it wasn't about just satisfying everybody, in my opinion. It's about everybody who's really in this culture, knew what Kendrick's mission was.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knew what to expect. Kendrick not dumb. I know what everybody want to see. They want to see me diss Drake on this main stage. We were all waiting for it.
Mm-hmm.
And he did. And he did it great. He did it great. He took the pedo word out. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. I like how he did that. I like how he did that. Did he
Mm-hmm.
say, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody's favorite song, but they know they like the sue. I don't know. He getting warmed
Mm.
up. I thought he wasn't going to hit it. Then he went to the jump with
Mm-hmm.
SZA, and then
Mm-hmm.
he went to the Not Like Us. It was
Mm-hmm.
funny how it was done. And say, Drake, I know you was
Masterful.
sitting there. I know you was sitting there punching air.
Demon, punching the air, bro.
hey, got your girl,
Real boys, real Cuba Gooding.
yeah, I know you was sitting.
Real tight.
One of them OVO members probably got punched. He probably was
Bruh.
ghostwriting one of your songs, and he ain't caught one to the side.
Bruh.
Um, but yeah, that's say Drake. I got the meme. So anytime somebody talk to me
Mm-hmm.
crazy, let my boys
I
turn
heard you
up.
like him young.
Oh, had the whole crowd saying, I think, and he had the chain too. It's probably a minor. He didn't get to say it. He didn't have to say it. Probably a
Hey,
minor.
mine.
Bro, you looking crazy right now. Listen. All of that, yeah, it was horrible. It was boring, man. Listen, a lot of those people ain't part of the culture. Like
Mm-hmm.
they mad like you, Drake. If you look at it from an unbiased opinion, if we're talking about a rap war, if we're talking about that, if you want to keep it in that context, Kendrick obliterated you. He
Oh
already put
man,
the nail in the
close.
coffin, but he
It
didn't
wasn't
damn
even
near
close.
threw the coffin in the river,
Oh
through a
man,
through a
bro,
waterfall, through
bro,
through it
and
through it.
put a center block on the bot
Mm.
and hook the center block, a million center blocks to that thing,
Like
bro,
yeah, like dog, he demolished you. It had your girl throwing up the set, and he ain't even on
bro,
that side of the fence. He on
bro,
the red team. The X on the blue
bro,
team. They see up there crib. He
bro.
used to mess with Scissor too, Dre. Am I not mistaken? I could be
I
wrong on
don't
that one.
know.
I could be
I
wrong.
don't know. I
Oh,
wouldn't doubt it. I
listen,
wouldn't doubt it.
listen, man. Kendrick did his thing. And like I said, well, my boys, which I think people very underestimate. I think people underestimating us, and I love this type of stuff because now all the Eagles, all the eyes are on the Eagles and everybody else, and now we in the background because we ain't win last year. People gonna leave us alone a little bit. We the Cowboys. People still gonna say something, but it's
Of
like
course,
now they know we got Coach Shoddy's like we taking away all of their weapons for them to talk about us because usually what they thrive off is they got this or they got that, so they got to Super Bowl or bust. We the only team. Super Bowl or bust. Don't let them lose a game. Like now it's like, oh, they got Coach Shoddy. They're looking bad. It's not fun no more because we can't make fun of them. Keep
mm-hmm.
underestimating us. And every time we win a game, I'm gonna just send that. Say Drake. I already got the meme set. I'm gonna have we got to
Here we
walk like this.
go.
Yep. When we got to walk like that. Yeah. I'm gonna throw that. That's a great meme. Even when I'm playing Madden or I'm in a group chat, I make a good point because I'm debating somebody down. I'm gonna just put the
Yeah,
Kendrick joint on there. Say Drake. I'm gonna put that down with the talking. Once I post that, I ain't talking no more, bro. You know what I'm saying?
man.
So.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kendrick, man. Yeah, Drake,
Shout
you're
out to
looking
Doc.
crazy, man. I know you was in that junk crying, boy. You know how he be like this. He probably in the studio like this. I know this nigga Kendrick dissing me, but you won the battle, but you ain't win the war, bro. No, the war is over, bro.
It's
Get,
curtains
get
for
back
you.
to take
It's
care of
curtains for
Drake
you.
when you had the medieval cup, the King Henry cup when you was looking down. That's when
Yeah,
everybody
bro.
liked you, Drake. All of this,
R&B.
you trying to be
R&B
cool.
Drizzy.
Yeah, R&B Drizzy, you're getting that. Like, in my opinion, you make good music, but you're a cornball. Just as a person,
Oh,
I'm s-
we're gonna talk about
you're
let's talk
corn.
about it. Yeah,
You're a
we
cornball.
won't even yeah, yeah, bro. I think I'm not I love look, I'm a fan of Drake
Me
music. I
too.
love
I
Drake
like
music.
some of his
I'm not
music. Yeah,
gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna cap at all. But I think the real ones know, like it, Drake been corny.
been
You know what
corn.
I'm saying? Like he been corny. He make good music,
Yes.
great musician. But he been corny. You know what I'm saying? And when you watch the interviews and you watch the videos and stuff like that, and how bruh changes his voice and changes accent and depending on and I know a lot of people do that sometimes, but
Mhm.
like it's real egregious. You know what I'm saying? I think we know that Drake he been corny. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. It's just reality. Like you grew up in Toronto, we grew up in Canada, so it's different down here. You know what I'm saying? It's different in the United States, and like it's just different, man. It's just different. So,
We accepted the corny when he was being him. See,
mm-hmm,
Drake got off his he got
mm,
too proud for his own good. Drake did
mm,
that to Drake because the power
mm,
which does corrupt. I've seen power corrupt some of the most humble people.
mm-hmm,
He just got out of his lane. And
mm-hmm,
he's from Canada. His father from Memphis, so I guess he's
mm-hmm,
just staying in Memphis a little bit with his pops. But that's neither here that you're really from Canada. But it's fine. It's fine.
mm-hmm,
Listen, your lane. This is how he's like a better version of Ja Rule. This
mm,
how 50 Cent called Kendrick is catching him slipping like 50 called Ja Rule. He's
mm,
baiting him. And first of all, Ja Rule started with 50. Drake
mm-hmm,
started this with Kendrick. So well,
mm.
it's kind of in the middle because Kendrick was throwing bait out there like I'm the best, ain't no big three. He's really throwing shots at everybody like which one of you gonna step up and do something. And I gotta give it to Drake. He had it hard because J Cole unfortunately
I'm sure
tried to Carolina.
we ain't gonna talk about that, man.
He
Yeah,
took his
we
teeth.
ain't gonna talk
He
about
made
it.
a
We ain't gonna talk
whole
about it. We not gonna talk about that, bro. We're not gonna even talk about that, bro.
Drake is not.
I don't even want to.
I
Yeah,
got you, brother. Drake fought
I
back,
don't even want
but
to. Yeah.
but he's not he's not in depth enough to go against somebody like a Kendrick who really stays to himself all day. Like he tried to hit the whole I'm the popular guy that gets all the girls. I'm the playboy. All the girls want to play my music. Don't nobody know you. Oh my gosh, you're conscious. Who cares, bro? That's corny. And it really backfired on you because this is
It
the
did.
root of the culture. Like
It did.
we understand who you are, Drake. You know, you was popping, but he's really this. Like, there's
Yeah,
Kendricks
I'm
in
gonna
everybody's
unravel you.
family. There's Kendricks around the way. Kendrick is really is this. It's like, yeah,
And
you make good music, but you ain't really this, bro. And
I
now
think we're
uh-huh.
no. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna cap tie it off like he exposed you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He exposed like it. How can I put it? It went from just fun music. It went to from I'm the cool guy to all right, bro. That's not true. All right, I'm gonna sue. You know what, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Forget all of you guys. And now we're starting to see all of that Degrassi come out of you, brother. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And I'm gonna give it to you, Don. Hey man, you ain't fully obliterated like a Ja Rule. And shout out to Ja Rule. He had bangers. Let's not play.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Mm-hmm.
smiles, I love it when
Oh
you give
man, he was the biggest
me
at one point.
that.
Yeah, he was the
Your
biggest artist in
bed,
the world at one point.
those like yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like you ain't fully obliterated like a Ja Rule, but
not
just
yet.
use this.
We're gonna
Yeah, not
see.
you on life support. Just go back to what you've been
Yeah, we
doing.
gotta see how
You
you bounce
gotta
back, Driz.
yeah, just go back to your lane, bro. I'm gonna give it to you,
We gotta
Don.
see how you bounce back. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Drake, we say wait to see this project and you know what I'm saying, hear this and see how it sound, my boy. But yeah, you're struggling. You had a rough year, you know what I'm saying? But we all have rough times in our life, you know what I'm saying? It ain't how many times you get knocked down, it's how many
Now you
times you
get
get back
back
up,
up.
family. So
But
we're gonna see how you get back up from this one. It's gonna be a rough one.
yeah,
You gonna knock you out, put you in the hospital, you know what I'm saying? You're on life support, but you still can make it through, fam. So Moving on.
Just leave Kendrick alone. Just leave him alone. No, just leave him
Leave.
alone.
He's a mad scientist,
Leave
man.
him
Leave the
alone.
quiet dudes, the quiet, because Kendrick is a nerd. Leave the quiet
Yeah.
nerds alone. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a lot of knowledge. He real diabolical. So Kendrick, like, I mean, yeah, like he really like dismantled you, and it was really like it was really surgical on how he
Mm.
did it. So, you know what I'm saying? Leave them kind of dudes alone.
Leave him alone.
But yeah, moving on. Last segment of the show, man. The fire segment for youngins everywhere, man. And we want to give some advice, and just drop some knowledge, drop some ism, as they say on the West Coast, to these youngins, man. And our topic of what we want to kind of tackle today is your girl's friends, right? And so, and this is mainly for the young men, okay? Young women, we got y'all too, but this is mainly for the young men because there's not a lot of people giving enough game out here for young men. So what we want to talk about is your girl's friends and how to navigate that, how to navigate them, because you have to do that, like Kendrick did to Drake, very strategic, right? Very scientific. You have to do it. And we all have them, right? Unless your girl ain't got no friends, then that says a whole totally different thing about your girl, right? But your girl's friends and how to get in and out of them, right? So, Lon, when you walk into a relationship or situation or whatever, right? You getting serious with a female and she got friends, right? You know what I'm saying? She got a little gang, a little bit her besties, right? That and whoever she in the group chat with, all of that kind of stuff, right? How do you, and you meeting them for the first time or you met them a couple of times, right? So now you getting to know them, understand them. How do you keep them from becoming a problem in your relationship?
My best strategy is, hey sis, like, hey Drake. But no, all jokes aside, all jokes aside, embrace him. Embrace him.
Yeah.
Because listen, a lot of women get jealous. They're very jealous and they're jealous of other women. So if you know what type of guy you are, you stand up, you know you are a few out of a lot, and you know how to treat a woman. I ain't just saying just to put her on a pedestal. I'm talking about actually treat a woman, how to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Just women are going to see that. Her friends are going to
Mm-hmm.
see that, and women have a vindictive way where they start hating, especially if they single, right? They if they see her too happy with you, they're going to find something. They're going to get to snoop and start putting little stuff in the ear. So what you can
Mm-hmm.
do is embrace them. Hey sis, how you doing? Hey, we got some food, you know what I'm saying? Cook a little, man, come over, bring your, you know what I'm saying? Bring your guy friend over. Even though I'm not the nicest, I'm not saying like I'm a beast, but I'm not the nicest guy. I don't be trying to meet the
Mm-hmm.
people, but just on the strength that I know you're gonna be around, I'm gonna be
Mm-hmm.
around. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk. I'm trying to keep it less sexual as possible, meaning that I don't want it to be no sexual attention.
Mm-hmm.
They'll pick up on that. Even if it ain't on that, they'll still, girl, he tried to start putting stuff in your girl ear, and that ain't even true.
Mm-hmm.
Now, even though she's trying to say, I don't believe them, but it's still like, you know what I'm saying, marinating in her mind, like maybe they are right. So let's just cut all of that off. Strictly
Mm-hmm.
sis, like you're my sister, like you're my blood
Mm-hmm.
sister. And all hugs over the shoulder. Church hugs.
You
Yeah.
go top bottom.
Yeah.
I go top
Oh,
bottom
top
with it.
bottom,
Yeah, you
like a
go
good
top
joint. Hey,
bottom
what's
with
up,
it. You know what I'm
sis?
saying?
I
Yeah,
might put
right
her in the
there with
headlock.
it.
What's up?
Yeah.
Come here, nookie. Yeah, yeah. Ain't none of that going on. I don't want to look you in your
Yeah.
eyes too long. Once,
Yeah.
hey, man, you
Yeah.
can grab the chips. All right, cool. Boom. Strictly embrace you as a sister. That way, give them a little advice, not on the phone when she ain't around, but like, hey, I'm going through.
Yeah.
Like if you see I'm distraught, 'cause women be having men problems, and she'll come to you
Uh-huh.
and be like, hey, sis, you know what I'm saying? I pray for you. Look for this next time. Look for this next time. Da 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 da. So now she see you as an ally, right?
Mm.
Now she like, you know what? I like him. He cool, like da 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 da. Because trust but believe, a lot of women are naturally submissive. So with being naturally submissive, they have like a lot of women have a pack mentality, right? That's why, just a sidebar, when you go at a woman, she's in the group, it's good to say hi to all of them, not just her,
Mm-hmm.
because they all cling up on you like, when you say hi to all of
Mm-hmm.
them,
Mm.
you got all of
That's a
them.
man.
That
How to approach that is a whole
we gotta write
episode
that.
in
We
itself.
gotta
But
write that
keep
one
it. Yeah,
down
keep
too.
going. Yeah, yeah, for
Write
sure.
that down. But
Yeah,
just
don't
to
even worry about it.
just to navigate through that, and I'm gonna keep it short. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, treat them as family. Everybody wants to feel warranted. Everybody wants to feel important, especially ladies. Don't get too sexual with them because I know, especially you young guys. I've done it one time and I felt despicable afterwards. The whole
Mm.
situation, maybe we can talk about that, but it wasn't even supposed to go like it wasn't even supposed to go how it was supposed to go. She was plotting on me more than I was plotting on her. And I didn't know. Anyway, all the sexual, I'm trying to hit all her friends. That sound good in rap music. Don't do that, bruh. Don't do that. It just creates a whole bunch of mess that you don't need, and it usually goes bad. So, and all in all, embrace her friends, treat them as family, and you'll get to her. Because guess what? When you're not around, when you're not talking to her, she's the main one. They are the main one she's talking to. So go ahead and get good rapport. That way, your name will be positive, floating all around the circle, and you'll be good to go.
Hey man, that's some elite. Hey man, that's some elite OG advice right there, man. That's a tough to follow, but man, I agree with everything you said, man. I think we talked about it a little bit earlier. I think from my perspective, like right, like you said, right, you gotta bring them in, right? So this is gonna be my analogy, my young brothers. This is
Mhm.
how you gotta do it. This is how you gotta approach,
Get
and
them
this is
right,
how you gotta
Don.
navigate. You know what I'm saying? Your girls, and we put even girl air quotes because she could not even be your girl yet. This is just a girl that you're interested in or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But this is how you gotta approach and navigate that situation, right? You gotta bring them in, right, to get them out of the way. You know what I'm saying? So like imagine like you got boxes, right? You got a shelf and there's boxes, right? But what you need is in the back behind them boxes, right?
Mhm.
So to get back there, you got to move the boxes that's in front. You got to move them to you, got to bring them to you, right? And then you got to push it to the side so now you can see what's in the back, right? Same with her friends. Same with her friends. You got to bring them in, right? You got to let them get to know you. Like you
Mhm.
said, if they come to you with some advice on a man, right? The man they dealing with, give them some advice, right?
Mhm.
Talk to them. Hey, girl, you ain't doing nothing wrong, man. Make sure you look for this. Oh, nah, yeah, don't rock with him. He doing this.
Mhm.
Don't even rock with him. Go this way, right? Not necessarily introduce her to your friends. Don't do that.
Don't do
Right?
that.
Don't do
Don't
that
do that. No, no,
immediately.
no, no.
Make sure if she come to you and say, "Hey, do you have a friend for me? Hey, I'm just like, where your friends at?" Like, then okay, that's when you can steer her that way,
Mhm.
right? But don't do that immediately. Like, hey, I got a friend. Don't do it. Bad idea.
Bad
Bad
idea.
news bears. Bad news bears, right?
Man to mess
But
it up. Go ahead.
hey, man,
He will
imagine
blow. He will mess it up.
that.
Oh
Bro,
my
it makes
God.
every time, bro. Every time. And so, what you want to do with her friends, like, bring them in, talk to them, ask them questions, ask her friends questions about your girl, right? Like you actually interviewing them about her, getting some information, get to know her, trying to figure out if she's a good person, right? Like that shows them that you're actually interested in her and what she got going on, right? And so make sure you ask those questions. Make
Mhm.
sure, like you said, you know what I'm saying? Make a joke, right? Give her a hug, like you said, over under, but you gotta bring her in. It's
Yes.
like it's like you're courting her friends as well,
Yeah.
right? But from a friend perspective,
Yeah.
right? You're bringing them in, you're having a conversation, you're letting them know, hey, look, if you need something, hey, holler at me. Say you go to a party, hey, y'all need something, you know what I'm
Yep. There
saying?
you
What you need
go.
me to bring,
Mhm.
or hey, I'll go get you. You need water? Okay, I'll go get it. Like, be helpful, right? Because then as soon as you get up and go get that water, guess what they doing? They gonna turn and
Mhm.
look at your girl
So
like,
he,
oh, I like him.
he
Like, you know what I'm
cool.
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, I
Mhm.
like him. You know what I mean? And as soon as you get the I like him, oh, bro, you home free. You home free. And then this is the this is the get them out the way part, right? Once you bring them in, right now they're out of the way because if you don't bring them in, they are going to be in the way,
Yes.
right?
They ain't going
They're gonna
nowhere.
be in the way. I don't like him, right? I don't. He's kind of standoffish, right? And they're like you said, they gonna get in your girl's
Mhm.
head. We've all seen, and as
Mhm.
men, right? We've all approached women, right, out in a situation like at a club or a bar or something like that. And she been, it could be a one friend, it could be two friend, three friend, four friend, right? But if it's just you and you approaching them and it's a friend over there, that friend is going to be in the way if you don't bring her in. She gonna bring like, girl, no. Or hey, we going. Like if she's
Mhm.
not entertained, if you don't have a homie there that's gonna entertain her, or you don't talk to both of them at the same time and kind of get them laughing and get their guard down, you cooked. You're cooked,
Looked.
right? Whereas if you got a friend for her that can just run interference, and so you got time to complete the mission, which is to be able to talk to the girl that you're trying to talk to, right? Then you good. But right now, she's in the way. And she's gonna be, and they're happy to be in the way, right? Women are naturally happy to cock block. And they're not that's how they're wired. They're wired to cock block. And so if you don't get them out the way, then they're gonna stay in the way the whole time. And I'm talking about like not just that night. I'm talking about the whole duration of your relationship. If you don't bring them in, the friends, right? They're gonna be in the way at every step of the way. Every time you try to make a move to progress your relationship, they're gonna be in the way because you never brought them in. You never got them on your side. So you never were able to do this. So now you can't do this. Now it's all y'all at odds. It's gonna be you, and it's gonna be her friends. When you want to do something, hey, I'm going out. I'm going out. I had this plan with my friends. So now instead of her friends saying, "Oh no, girl, if y'all got some plan, go ahead." She's not going. They're gonna go say, "Oh, well, you've been leaving us. You just be with him all the
Yep.
time. Now you
Yep.
don't get no time
Yep.
for us."
Yep.
Now y'all on different sides. Now you putting your girl in a different in an awkward situation. Now most of the time, well, not most of the time, but sometimes your girl's gonna choose them
Yep.
over you because she known them longer, just depending on
Mm-hmm.
who she is, right? So again, to land the plane, young, my youngest, man. My youngest just that don't have no guidance, that don't have no OGs to, you know what I'm saying, to get in the game. Make sure, right, when you got a girl or a potential girl or whatever, and she got friends. I know they may be aggressive sometimes, right? So that's the ones
Mahomes.
you what and the aggressive ones, the ones that come with the attitude and try to grill you. That's the ones I love the
Yeah.
most,
Yeah.
right? I
Mm-hmm.
love
They be
them
the
the most, right?
sweetest.
Because they be the softest.
And
You know what I'm saying?
they'll
They
fight for you the
develop
most.
that. Come on, man, and they vouch for you the most,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you get them laughing, the aggressive friend, and oh, so who you? So what's your intention? Like those, which we'll go into more detail on how to approach those later on. But those be the best. As soon as you get them on your side, you home free. You home free. And it's really not that hard to get them on your side. You got to make them laugh a little bit and talk a little
Mm-hmm.
junk to them.
Mm-hmm.
But look, huh, huh, huh,
Uh-huh. Uh,
huh. Come on, man. That is the strategy, my youngest man. So
before we uh put a period on this
yeah.
segment, a great person to study this theory, this strategy is a man called Martin Lawrence
Mm,
and the show called Martin.
mm,
If you watch Martin and Pam, right?
mm-hmm.
If you watch Martin and Pam, I'm about to preach a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
If you watch Martin and Pam,
Mm-hmm.
Martin is a uh 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 strategist. He's
Uh,
like a Andy Reid of this situation. Because I'm gonna tell you,
come on, Pastor.
although that I said, although that
Uh-huh.
Martin and Pam always argued,
Mm-hmm.
Martin and Pam was always in the same room with Gina. Listen to me, listen.
Mm-hmm.
Although they seem like they hate each other, they
Mm,
always had a brother and sister relationship. I don't think y'all hear me. They always had a
keep preaching.
brother and sister relationship. What Martin did
Mm,
was bring Pam in.
mm,
Okay. Because Martin could have easily ignored her every time
mm,
she came in, go to the room. I'm leaving
mm,
out.
mm,
He stayed right there and dealt with her.
mm,
He dealt with that because he knew that Pam wasn't going anywhere.
mm,
Anytime Gina and Martin got into it, where did Gina
mm.
go? To Pam's house. When
Good
they got
Pam.
into it, they hung out with Pam. Who was she with when she wasn't with Martin? With Pam. Come on now. Who she worked with Pam. So one
Talk to
thing we
me.
have the common denominator is that Pam is always around.
Always there. Come on, preacher. Come on.
So what Martin did was even though he joned on her, He knew that all I gotta do is develop something with Pam
Mm,
and I'll be okay with Gina. Because if you think
mm,
about it, yeah, Pam made jokes about mom when he wasn't there, but she always had his back. She
mm,
always had his
mhm,
back. When Gina was, I think she was talking about moving or whatever, and when Gina started to get the smell and stuff, Pam would bring her in. Like,
mm,
I don't like Martin, but you tripping right now.
mm,
And that's all because Martin
mm,
develop a
mm.
sustainable relationship with Pam. Had he
With
not
your best
had the
friend.
relationship, it probably wouldn't be what it is right now. Because Martin and Gina used to get into it. They said a couple
Mm,
times they didn't almost if you ain't know the season or how it was gonna go, you be like, it's over.
mm,
But Pam right there. So
mm,
I say
mm,
that I use Martin and Pam for this young gentleman. Keep that friend alone. Hey,
mm.
embrace that friend, even if it's just joking. Or it's just about advice. Either way, don't act like she don't exist. Because I'm
Absolutely.
telling you, as me and Don are telling you, when you aren't around, she's gonna be around. And granted, your girl love you, but she's still human. And she's
Mm,
been knowing that friend longer than you.
mm,
So although her mind is saying she just be hating, it starts to plant a seed. And then you start doing things like leaving the peanut butter out. And it was just an accident. I'm trying
mm.
to catch the game. Pam did say he'd be leaving stuff around.
Now, so little small things are now here,
They're
now
not
taken to
here.
the top because friend in the inner ear talking about, oh yeah, girl, man, I know he leaving the peanut butter out all the time. You
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't even have to clean that
He
up.
sloppy.
He
He don't
should
even
be
clean
big enough
up.
a
Yup.
man to
Mm-hmm.
clean it up himself. Like,
You his maid?
ah, man, you said something right there, boy. You said
So
something right there, boy.
so yes, young man, I'm gonna give it to Don. Watch the show, Martin, and study Martin and Pam. That
Absolutely,
will
man.
help you as far as handling her friends. And I'm gonna leave it to you, Don.
Man, man, man. Thank you for that. Thank you
Yes,
for that,
sir.
Pastor.
My pleasure. My
Pastor
pleasure.
Cabal. Man, that whoo, y'all. It's been another great episode, man. Another great episode. Lunching with Don and Lon, man. Make sure you like, you subscribe. We up to 14 subscribers now. Come on.
Hey.
Come on. Y'all not messing with us, man. We on the way to the top real quick. Make sure you jump on board before you get left, get right, or get left. Get right or get left.
Hmm.
Either one we're good with. But make sure you do one or the other, okay? Because we on the way to the top. So make sure you get on board. Like, subscribe, share. Make sure you comment, DM us, whatever you want
Please.
us to talk about, man. If you want us to talk about something specific, make sure you shoot us a DM or leave it in the comments, man. Make sure y'all women leave y'all questions in the Lunchbox Letters segment or the Lunchbox Letters box that we put out on our Instagram, which is Lunchin_Don Line. TikTok, Lunchin Don Line, all one word, man. We going up on TikTok too, right? Y'all might see me hit a little dance, probably not, but you might. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all follow us, man. And we're going to continue to put out great content for you. New episodes on Thursdays, man. Make sure y'all continue to tap in with us. So this has been another great episode of Lunching with Don and Line, man. I'm your host, the Don of all Dons, my dog Lonnie Cabal.
Yee.
And we out, man. Lunching with Don and Line. We gone. Peace.
Peace.